Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special round. We're at the beautiful Reunion Golf Club in Orlando, Florida. Got another perfect day down here today in O-Town, which we're very grateful for. We're playing the Palmer Course today. They have the Palmer Course, the Nicholas Course, and the Watson Course on property. We're gonna go with the Palmer today, and it's gonna be a treat. Really, really nice course. I'm happy that you guys have joined us though. You made it even better. And we're gonna have a great round today here at the Palmer Course in Reunion, Florida. Let's do it. All right, guys, so here we are, the beautiful Palmer Golf Course with the first hole, 421 from these back tees. Playing a little bit into the wind. It's like a little dogleg left. I've never played here before, never saw the course. Me and Mike are actually trying to figure out if it's a dogleg right or a dogleg left. After further review on the cart sign, appears to be a dogleg left. So we're trying to set up for a just a high one down that right side. Get one out there, start our day here at the Palmer. So right where I wanted it there, Mike, right side of the fairway. Hit hard, came out of it a little bit, but a good swing and a fairway hit here at the first. Let's do it, let's make some birdies here today. This is for Arnie. This one's for Arnie today. Let's go. So a picture perfect day today here at the Palmer Course in O-Town. The weather's been good all week. We had one rain day. If you guys saw the vlog from the reserve, that was the one rain day I think that we had. So other than that, it's been perfect out here. So good swing here at the first hole as well. Good high driver up the right side of this fairway, and hopefully in a position to make birdie here early. Love to shoot a number. Like I said on the tee box, it's for our boy today. It's for the king. It's for Arnie. He designed this course. And now we got to go ahead and throw up a number for our guys. So good drive here at the one. Let's try and convert with the birdie. So it is windy out here today, folks. That high one probably wasn't the best shot. That drive only wound up going about 265 or so into the wind. So we still have a poke left here. We got 155 into the breeze. Playing to the front pin location though, that's 142. Just trying to decide if it's a 1 club wind or a 2 club wind here at the first. I think I'm gonna go with the 1 club. So 140 to the front, a little bit of a cross breeze coming into the face, a touch for sure, but I'm gonna go with a 9 iron at this front pin. Probably playing about 150, 152, something like that. So we'll try and put a good swing on this guy. So on a good line, I think it's gonna get caught up in the wind a touch. We'll see if it makes it there. Nah, it does not. So short of that pin. I kind of probably got it up a little bit too high up in the air there. Perfect line, right where I wanted to put it, but just not the right club choice. So I'm still getting used to this Florida wind down here, folks. It just blows different than that New York wind, and it's strong. So probably 2 club wind here at the first. Try and make her up and down, save our par at 1. Definitely should have hit the 8 iron there. 2 club wind for sure. Hit that 9 iron about as well as I could. Probably just got a little bit too high up in the air for that wind though. Maybe if I flighted it down a little bit, it might have got there, but I think that was a smooth 8 iron probably, at least a 2 club wind. So nonetheless, short of this flag stick, and pretty routine up and down here that we're thinking. I got visions of making this one in my head. I think it's gonna just slope down to the left just a bit. Trying to be aggressive here. Didn't quite break. Actually broke a little bit the other way, but good touch here at the first. Knocked that thing right up there, pin high, good distance control. A little bit of a misread on the attempt to jar it, but we won't be that guy. So a couple feet here left at the first. Go ahead and clean up our par. All right, so a good start to the day, good up and down. A fairway hit, green missed, but a good recovery though. So up and down for our par here at the first at the Palmer Course. Let's keep it going. So a good par there at the first, good up and down. After that misjudgment of the iron shots. Now we got actually a similar club. We got the 9 iron in my hand, 162 now. A little downwind and a little down breeze, so I'm just gonna kind of knock this 9 iron up there, played about 150. Take dead aim at this left pin. So that's right at it. Let's see if the number's good. Go in for the vlog. And short. So a little bit cocky there in my my ask for it to go in. I actually don't have a hole-in-one in my life so far, so if it's made on the vlog, I'm not sure what'll happen, but not meant to be. A little bit short, and probably could have been a little bit more aggressive with that 9 iron. Let's go make a putt. I think might have a putt look at it at the birdie. If not, up and down for our par here too. So really like that thing off the club. I think that wind got in my head just a little bit too much. I thought that was gonna be like 2 clubs downwind, not the case. I thought that thing was in the jar at one point of the club, and now all of a sudden it's not even a green regulation. So this game will do that to you. But I'm gonna go with the 8-iron bump shot here. When I'm hitting the 8-iron, when I'm trying to hit this one off the green, you know, I had the putter out. I think there's a little bit too much crap my way to hit the putter. So I'm gonna go ahead with the 8-iron, try and carry it over this fringe. Now when I'm hitting this bump shot, I actually have my same putting grip. I'm gonna use my same putting technique where there's no wrist hinge. Okay, I'm gonna keep my initial wrist angles that I have at address and go ahead and just trust those. So I really feel like I'm hitting this 8-iron like I would a putt. And you kind of just bump it up there. So it's not the prettiest looking shot. You know, I'm not gonna put some crazy spin on that thing and have it stop on a dime. I'm really just knocking that thing. I'm actually trying to have the ball hit almost the equator, the club rather, hit almost the equator of the ball for it to just run out. Kind of if you get under it sometimes too much, actually add some spin that you wouldn't want on a shot like that. So a little work left here for our 3. And we'll take it. So 2 up and downs here through the first 2 holes. Not great iron shots, but left myself in a position right in front of the green to just kind of bump something up and tap in our 2 pars here at the first 2 holes. So even par through 2 here at the Palmer. I got some moving right along here. Par 5, 3rd hole. Probably the narrowest tee shot that we've seen down here so far this week. This thing is tight. So we got bunkers all up the left side, houses up the right side, which we'd always like to avoid. Try and really feel good square club face, good smooth swing. Just try and plot one here on the par 3 5th. Par 5 3rd. That's what I meant. That's a good one. High cut. It's going to land on the right side, might up in that right tree line, but probably bounce down to the right side of the fairway. And a good safe shot here at the 3rd. Try and make an eagle. So that's been kind of the fairway finder swing this week, is that little cut I've been trying to play. Switch my shaft out to a Tour AD, which has been just a little bit stiffer probably than I would like it. Really kind of a mid kick point on that thing, so it's not going to flex as much as the bottom of the club. I used to have a problem with the lefts pretty bad, which it's helped with, and so now I've just been kind of buying into that power fade. So good little cut up the right side of this hole, find a fairway. This thing can't be more than 20 yards or so wide, this fairway. So a really tight one here at the par 5, which I like though. I like tight fairways at the par 5 because it makes you think off the tee box a little bit. You kind of can't just swing out of your shoes trying to get to the green in 2. So we did our job here on the tee shot. Let's try and take advantage now on our approach shot here at the par 5. So did not get that favorable bounce I was looking for off the right side of this hole. Stayed up in this right rough a bit, and it's going to cause us to be blocked out by this tree right here in front of us. So I'm going to just try and put an 8-iron back into play here. Got a decent lie in the rough. Good smooth swing on this thing. Play a little cut right around this tree. That's perfect. Should be kind of going right at those bunkers right in the middle of the fairway. Hopefully the number's right. And it is. All right, so just a wedge left here at the par 5 now. Try and get aggressive, make our birdie. So a little bit more than I'd like here. I got just probably laid back a little bit too far with that 8-iron. Didn't have a number to these bunkers up here on the left. I was nervous about sending one a little too deep through the fairway, possibly winding up in one of those. So I got 142 left to this back left pin. Going into a little bit of wind too. Came up short on those first 2 iron shots of the day. You do not want to come up short if you're going to be aggressive to this back left pin, kind of tucked in over those bunkers. So I'm going to go to a little knockdown 9-iron to this back pin. Try and give us a good look at our birdie here at the 3rd. I just leaked it out to the right. Totally bailed from that pin location. Gonna be on the right side of the green, and a long putt for our birdie. And I think after I left those 2 iron shots short of the day here, my brain did not want me to go for that back pin location into some wind. So gotta get the confidence up a bit. A lot of work left to try and make our par here at the 3rd. So a real crappy iron shot there. Just did not commit to that 9-iron in any way. And now all of a sudden on a relatively short par 5, narrow par 5, but a short par 5, we have about 60 feet left for our birdie here. A little bit off the green too, also a missed green regulation as well. It's never good. So I got this thing up way to the right, should come funnel down to the left a little bit, just about judging this speed right. Looks like they have a little bit of a top dress on these greens. Rolling very pure. Just gotta gauge the distance control. On a good line. Oh, So this thing roll out. Oh boy. So I actually like the line that I hit it on. Just rolled out a lot on me. Guess I kind of murdered it a bit, but didn't want to leave it short coming into that hill. But now we got a long one here. Long one here for par. That's the third hole. So actually a little bit of a downslope off this hill right here. So probably misjudge on that putt, but nonetheless, still got a putt at it. Coming back up the hill. This thing's going to want to come and leak back out to the right a bit. It's not enough speed to get it up there. Crappy putt. Crappy 3-putt here at the third. So it's a bogey, a drop shot. We should be making up the shots at the par 5s. Unfortunately, drop one there. T-ball could have been a little bit better. Placed that thing in the right fairway. Couldn't be aggressive enough. Right rough, rather. Couldn't be aggressive enough with that iron shot. Bad 9-iron. And then 3 kind of bad putts. So forget about that hole. Short memory. 1 over par through 3 here at Arnie's place. So moving right along here, people. 4th hole. Really bad bogey there at the par 5, but we got quick memories here, shot shaver golf. That's why I go ahead and just step up and birdie the next one. So 350, again, dead into the wind and narrow. I'm pretty sure Arnie hit the ball all over the place back in the day. I'm not sure where he decided to just be cruel with his fairway designs here, but nonetheless, he is the king. So we're just gonna go ahead and embrace it, but it's a par 4, straight away, 350. I'm gonna stay aggressive with the driver here. That's just a missile right at the left side, Mike. Right going at that left bunker past the tree. Might be one of the best ones of the week right there. Good low ball flight into that wind. I feel like my hair is doing all sorts of crazy things right now. It's brutal here today, but a gorgeous one at the 4th hole here at Arnie's place. Let's keep it going. All right, so a good drive here up the left side. About 80 yards left to this front pin. That was about as well as I could hit a driver back there with that intent. You really good low ball flight, piercing ball flight into the wind, and still only got this thing out here about 275. So you can see how it's blowing. It's blowing pretty good out here. So now even with this one, this is about a 90-yard shot, front pin. I'm going to play it all of, I think 115. Try and keep it as low as I can. I tend to get my wedges just a little too high than I would like, but try and keep this one nice and low here. Not too much spin on it. Try to throw a dart. Let's see if it just battles through that wind a little bit. Good line. Oh, man, so just a little bit off to the right. Actually didn't realize how little room there was to the right of this pin. Hit it right where I wanted it. Kind of just kept bailing out right on me a little bit, but tough miss green here on the short par 4, but we got some wind today. It's going to be a grind today, folks. Let's try and make another up and down. So I actually wound up a lot better than I thought. I thought I hit that one pretty good into the wind. Took enough club, an extra club, and I guess just hit the front part of this green, and then just trickled off. Oh, actually, nope, landed it in the fringe. So did a little bit right of that pin. Actually, a little bit short probably of the number, but nonetheless, we got a birdie putt. So another missed green though. Actually, haven't hit a green in regulation yet today. This wind is messing with the ball striking a bit. Do have a good look for the birdie here. Would be nice to steal one here at 4. We'll say it's going up the hill a touch. Definitely got to give it a little bit of pace coming out of this fringe, and then back down to the left part of the screen. So I'm going to play about a cup out to the right with a little pace. Oh wow, that got really left. Good Lord. So that actually, that probably had to be about 3 cups out on the right. A misread there. I did not see that much break in it. I still don't. But here we are though. So coming back up the hill, a couple feet for the par. All right, so a misread here on the 4th. Good break off that wedge shot. Was in a lot better spot than I thought I would be, and didn't quite take advantage. Arnie's got me stumped here, people, walking up their green. Did not see that much break, but the king is good. He's nifty, that guy. So got a par here at the 4th hole to stay 1 over at Arnie's spot. So we are on the par 3 5th hole now. Bit of a dog here, 190 into the breeze. Again, a little bit of a crosswind maybe here. Actually, a little bit stumped on this tee box. I'm gonna go ahead and play it all of about 195. I got a 5-iron in hand. Also a side note too, back in the cart all day today. I've been calling this Arnie's place the comment section, I'm well aware that Bay Hill, you know, is technically Arnie's place, but when you play any place designed by, it's called the Palmer Course, it's gonna be called Arnie's place. All right, happily. So that's it. I want to hear it. Arnie's place here at Reunion. So I'm gonna go left side of the green here. Definitely a crosswind, going out to the right a touch. I'm gonna aim left side, put a good swing on this thing. Confident swing, really try to control this club face here into some wind. So this would be the opposite of controlling the club face, as I was talking about on the tee box there. About 50 yards to the right of this pin. Maybe not 50, but a little angry. But moving right along here. Trying to hit this chip shot up to the right of that pin. Pretty good downslope here. Bring it back to the hole. And I kept it up. Kept it up on the right side of this pin. And not a good chip shot. Probably because I was thinking about that tee shot, people. Literally right over the ball. Still talking about my last shot. Never gonna be what you want to do. But we still got to putt at our par here. Very long, very difficult putt at our par. Not quite high enough there. And if there was ever a hole to deserve a bogey on, after your tee shot, after a crappy chip shot, maybe this one. So a bogey 4 here at the par 3, and like I was saying, if I was talking about on the tee ball, stand over that one, so left to right wind, let me really control the club face here, and I literally did the opposite of that. No control of the club facing, open wide open, left me with a really, really long pitch shot that I did not convert on, and that's a bogey, 2 over par. So getting beat up today by Arnie's course in the wind here. A little tight, narrow. Also just not good ball striking so far today. The 5 run off that last tee is engraved into my memory. Just not what I was trying to do. But I got to teach you guys lessons out here. I'm not here to mope about the last holes. That's not what we should do. That's not what I teach my students to do. That's why it's so important for me to get out here and play, is to relate to my students more. And you know, that feeling of those bad shots sticking in your head, which they got no reason to do. The only shot you can focus on is this next one, and we're gonna try and make a birdie here at the 6th hole. So I'm gonna try and take it right over those bunkers. This middle of this bunker that I'm looking right at on the right side of this fairway. Keep trying to play this cut off the tee. Working well today. Yeah, so that's it, perfect. Good high cut right up the middle. Let's see if it goes through the fairway though. Might be a little deep for that line. Nope, that should be good. It's right up in the middle of those left bunkers, and a good angle here at the par 4. Try to make it 3. Got 156 here. Now left at the par 4, really good tee ball, and left ourselves in a good position for a potential birdie. So 156 back pin, down breeze quite a bit as well. So I'm gonna just send a 9 iron to that back pin location. Really good line right at it. Let's see if it's a number. And it is. Woo! I like to see that one, people. Good ball here, and let's go make that birdie. Come on now. So we got to watch back the tape, but I'm pretty sure I let out a woo. Woo! I think I let out a woo after that shot. Woo! So I guess it shows how the ball striking's been and the distance control. But sometimes you need a woo, woo when you stick one. So a really good iron shot there. Got a couple feet left for our birdie, and we're feeling good, people. Get it to 1 over par here at Palmer's place. Woo! All right, guys. So it might have been a little bit of a preemptive woo back there in the fairway. Woo! I thought I was like 2 feet. We still have about right over outside 10 feet here for the birdie chance. So going back up the hill. Looks like it wants to move to my left a little bit, so maybe right edge with some pace. Try and give this thing a chance. Get one of these bogeys back. There it is. Birdie 3. Man, was that a misread and a pull off that putt. Just being honest with the viewers, but if you hit the ball in the hole in 3 shots, They don't care if it was a misread. They just care how many shots it took for you to hole it. So 3, birdie 3, and a shot back here at the Palmer course. Good feeling to get one back. Woo! So it's amazing what the adjustments your brain makes over that putt. I thought the thing was right edge, and then at first when I hit the putt, I was like, damn, you pulled it. I thought I just dead pulled it. Turns out it broke a little bit left to right. So it feels like my brain knew better than my body did on that alignment, if that makes sense. It's amazing the little adjustments that you make right before you hit it, and happen to work out there for the birdie. So good to get one back there on the 6th. Really cool hole here on the 7th. Short par 4. I think that bunker, that left bunker that's almost greenside, is about 290 carry. Just got done. I'm out of breath right now. Just did about 50 push-ups to try and warm up for this thing and really give it a go. So nice and swole now. Got a little pump, and we're gonna try and get this thing up near the green. Short par 4, a little downwind too. So I came across it just a touch. This thing's gonna wind up in the right bunker. Yeah, so that's right in that green side trap on the right. Came up and out of it a little bit, had to be a little bit more aggressive through impact, a little bit of a slide through that ball, instead of letting that lead leg post up and let my lead hit clear out a bit, and might have been able to turn over a little better, or a little bit better of a cut, which was not the case there. A little bit of a high balloony one, but hit out there pretty good. Right bunker, trying to get up and down for our birdie. So a little disappointing there off the tee ball, because got that thing all the way up here pin high with a little bit of a block. So definitely could give that thing a run at the green, but nonetheless, good to be in a green side bunker for your second shot on a par 4. We'll try and take advantage of it. Short par 4 here, try and get back-to-back birdies here on the front 9. Plenty of green to work with up there. Let's try and land this thing up pretty close to the hole. Keep going. So would have loved to give the people a 2 there for the vlog ski, but a really good shot out of that bunker. So about 4 feet here left out of the bunker. Good wedge shot out of there. Try and take advantage of the short par 4. There it is. So a really good putt there. Way to take advantage, and a good birdie. That's back to back. So we got those 2 bogeys on the front 9 back in a hurry. Gets us back to even par at part 1 at Palmer spot at Reunion. So very, very good back-to-back birdies here. Feel the whole momentum swing with us now here at part 1 at Reunion at the Palmer course. And we have taken advantage though of the downwind, of getting the wind on our side, which is good. Those last 2 holes, the wind was helping, able to hit a couple good approach shots and make some birdies. So now, with that being said, this hole is the opposite, and it's a dog. So 460, dead into the wind, little dog leg right. All gonna start with a good tee ball. Try and put a good swing on it. So that's perfect. High cut right up the middle of the fairway. Put us in a good position off this tee ball. It's a tough tee shot. That was a good one to feel. Good one right down the middle. Try and make another one. So still all of 180 left into this par 4. I hit the crap out of that thing too, just dead into the wind, and this one is the same. So I'm playing this 2 club wind. I got a 5 iron in hand, playing it about a little under 200, and trying to put a good swing on it. I'm gonna go to the left side of this green and not really actually take on that pin with this 5 iron here. Put a smooth swing into this breeze. So let's hit right at it. Let's see if it's got enough carry distance. Kind of cutting into that wind. I don't think it's gonna make it. Oh, and it does. And it does, all the way actually to kind of that back part of the green nonetheless. So hit a little better than I thought. Maybe not as much wind up there, but it feels like it's blown, that's for sure. But a good green regulation here at the top 8th. Good. So for that iron shot that it hit on the 5th hole, that high block, that 5 iron was in my head a little bit. Same kind of feel, into some wind, and kind of had to get down and compress it and not fan it. I thought I kind of fanned that one out just a little bit into that breeze, but hit a little bit better. So good adjustment to see off some of the long iron swings. Good to get that one up all the way by the pin, going dead into the breeze here at the 8th hole. And we have a look for a 3rd birdie in a row here on the front 9 at part 1 at Reunion. Let's make it. All right, guys, so still plenty of work to be done here. Happy about that green and reg, but left it to the wrong side of a relatively big slope here, especially coming off 2 birdies. You can get a little too aggressive with these, so really try and feel the pace here. It's still be a very good 2-putt from this distance, especially going off a big ridge, so just focus on converting. Oh, see if it stays up. Oh, go in one time. Oh. So not quite high enough, which is wild. Thought I started that thing up way high. So still all of a sudden, a lot of work to be done for our 4. I apologize, left my ball mark in the cart there. Just want to line that thing up. I'm gonna go left edge of this cup, confident. Not trying to overthink it too much. Yeah, good putt. All right, so that's a good one. That one felt good off the face, hit my line, and had to work for that one. Made us a little sweat there, but we got a par nonetheless. So good par to make, good 2-putt off that ridge. Left myself an 8-footer, something like that, but able to convert to stay even par here on the front 9. So this is the last hole of the day today here in part 1 of our vlog from Reunion, from Arnie's spot, Palmer Course here at Reunion. Even par, 2 bogeys, 2 birdies. Looked like it was going to be an ugly day there at the start. Ball striking was off, but then, you know, kind of showing why you got to just keep it rolling, worry about the next shot. 2 really good birdies at some gettable par 4s, and all of a sudden we're back at even par, looking to go under par here now at the 9th hole, this long par 5. So see what we could do. Starts with a good tee ball. Let's see if it gets lucky. It's got to carry those right trees. Okay, and it does. I'm not sure what's over there. Could have cut the corner a little bit there on accident, but hit the shot shape I was kind of intended to. Started too far to the right, and we took it right over those trees. So we'll see what's over there. Still try and get there at 2 here at the par 5. So the driver has felt pretty good for the most part today. That was the first one in a while that I just didn't commit to through the ball. Was really trying to set up for kind of a power fade there. Did not bind into my alignment or take enough time for my alignment, and just missed my starting line. So I think we should be good here. These bunkers were only about 240 carry off the tee, and I'm definitely hoping that take care of it, that drive takes care of it. So we'll see what's up here. I think we got some space, trying to stay aggressive here at the par 5, get another birdie to go under par here on the front 9. Line up down here in this swale, we'll call it. Right side of this hole. Sitting up pretty good though. And a little downwind here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out the 4-wood out and see what we can do. Try and keep this thing on the left side of the green. Try and limit the necessary carry going back up the hill. Put a good swing on this one. So too aggressive of a line. It's going right at the pin. It's gonna be in that green side bunker. Yeah, so did not start out to the left enough, but hit well. Gonna be all the way up there, try and make it up and down here again from the bunker for our birdie. So lucky break here, kept it short of these bunkers. Looks like we still got some room to work with, really testing the vertical here. Yeah, okay, so we're good. A little bit of a ridge in front of that hole. Let me try and focus up here. Okay, that's got a chance of being good. Guess we'll have to see when we get up there though. So ran that thing by just a little too much. Caught it a little bit better than I thought I would, and it jumped off the face. So nonetheless, still got a good look at our birdie. Here at the par 5, try and get under par here in part 1. Come on, just get there. Oh, you babied it. So thought about that slope just a little bit too much, and just did not get it there. And a par. Par here at the 9th hole, and that'll make us even par for the day, and a good one. But I'll see you guys over at the outro. Wrap this thing up here, part 1 of Reunion. So that's a wrap here in part 1 at Reunion, the Palmer Course. Really, really good spot. Definitely one of my new favorites in Orlando. Pure as could be, and an awesome design here by Arnie for sure. So even par, but awesome day today. Beautiful weather. I appreciate you guys watching. If you liked what you saw today, it mean the world if you left a like below, a comment below, let us know what you thought about the round, what you'd like to see in some future videos here coming up on our channel. But even par here today, Reunion, the Palmer Course. Great day. We'll see you guys on the back 9 for part 2.